Alright, what's going on YouTube? Make You Electric at you again. It is Sunday, July 8th, 2012. Got another Jericho report for you. Got a lot of links, so I'm going to get right to it. Rest in peace, Andy Griffith. Death certificate says Andy Griffith died of a heart attack at the age of 87. Rest in peace, brother. Let's see here. We got Audit the Fed bill passes committee on Wednesday. U.S. House Oversight. Government Reform Committee passed Congressman Ron Paul's H.R. 459, blah, 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 blah. This will never go anywhere, but we can hope, can't we? I'll put a link to it. Here's one to piss you off. Pedophiles demand social acceptance that gays got. Yes, apparently there's an article here saying pedophiles are saying we were born this way, so we should have social acceptance. In my opinion, pedophiles should be beheaded. That's only my opinion. But that article will piss you off if you want to take a look at it. Here we go. Florida teen dies in game of Russian roulette. Man, it's messed up. 17 years old. You know, I hope it was worth it. If one storm can turn D.C. dark for several days, what would a massive EMP blast do? Here's an article from the Economic Collapse, talking about the effects of an EMP over the northern United States, north-central United States. Interesting read. Would be quite interesting to see how that would go down. There's a new movie coming out called Obama's America 2016. Love him or hate him, you don't know him. This is opening, it says, in Houston, July 13th. I would have never thought this movie would make it to the movie theater, but it's going to be interesting to pull it up and watch. There's a button there you can watch the trailer. Don't think too many Americans are going to be happy after they see that movie. Might wake a few people up, hopefully. Mystery disease in Cambodia kills 61. I believe this is up even further. This is from July 5. There's a bad bug going around in Cambodia. It's killing kids. A link to that. NYC school teacher found brutally stabbed. Wow. I believe she called somebody a wannabe gangster on Facebook or something. That sucks, man. Put a link to that. Reminds me of the movie 187. You ever see that movie with Samuel L. Jackson? Crazy. Obama parade parody causes controversy. Somebody showed up with an Obama mask on at a parade. Interesting story. Blah, blah, blah. Put a link to it. Let's see. Pursuit suspect dragged out of her car by her hair after hitting two cars. Justifiable use of force? I don't know. Watch the video. In my opinion, it was justifiable use of force. Lady was driving drunk, and you know you've got to do what you got to do to frickin' get her to stop. You know, I guess she's gonna be all right. I'll put a link to the article. Let's see here. We got a terror alert. Terror alert for U.S. air carriers. Atlanta, Georgia. U.S. intelligence officials sending out alerts to airlines across the country about threats being made. A bunch of blah, blah, blah. Terrorist group, Al-Qaeda, yeah, whatever, Al-Qaeda. I'm shaking. Put a link to it. Fear, fear, fear. Got to keep that fear machine running. Let's see. MPC, we're going to switch over to financial news here. MPC expected to launch, is that euros? 50 billion euro QE? Okay, put a link to that. Oil prices highest since May on Iran concerns. Yeah, Iran, if you guys are keeping up with the Iran stuff, you know they've been talking all kinds of new blah, blah, blah. Yeah, do something, Iran. Let's see here. Another sign that the German economy has crashed. This is July 4, 2012, talking about some numbers from Business Insider. I'll put a link to that. Let's see here. Swiss bankers drop holiday plans on fear of arrest. Good choice. Right on. I'll put a link to that. It's from Reuters. Got an article here from the AP. Let's see. California high-speed rail gets green light even though the state is broke. Where are you getting this money for this high-speed rail system, California? Whatever. Here we go. The Telegraph. Stressed Bank of England official stabbed self to death. Banker stabbed himself to death. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to say rest in peace. You were probably a crooked bastard. Let's see here. New World Order Police State News. Give me a second. I got so many windows open, I'm lagging out. Come on. Over here. Maximize. Man, it's a lot on my computer to pull all this stuff up. So here we go. Secret Service shuts down Fire Eric Holder protest. Of course, you know, you can't protest anywhere where there's Secret Service. That's illegal now. You go to prison for that. You don't have that right anymore. Let's see. Twitter says government request rising in 2012. Article here talking about how the government's, let's see, they're talking about asking Twitter to remove and blah, 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 censor. We already know they're asking Google to do these things. Let's see here. Now, this is a GLP thread. Those of you who were banned from GLP, I'm sorry if you can't view this one. Let me just say something on GLP. I don't work for them. I'm getting nothing from saying this. But in my opinion, GLP is worth $10 a month. Because it is, you're going to see breaking news there faster than you're going to see it anywhere else. So anyway, the enemy within. DHS now labels liberty lovers as domestic terrorists. Yes, if you love liberty, you are a domestic terrorist. There's a link there to a PDF. Open the PDF at your own risk. You never know what surprises are in a PDF. I didn't bother to open it, but I read the thread. Let's see. The New American says Soros promises UN. Soros promotes UN gun control. Really? Let's see you try it. Let's see. The drone zone. Got a story here. Holloman Air Force Base is using civilian vehicles to run targets with their drones. Run simulated targets with drones. How do you feel about that, America? Yeah. Oh, it's all being done for our own safety, though. They're not going to use the drones against us. They're just practicing with us, see? All right. Here we go. Will your internet provider be spying on you? Article here from CNN talking about how ISPs are doing XYZ. Put a link to it. Like I said, I'm trying to make these reports a little shorter, so I'm not going to get into a lot of the stories. I'm just going to give you the links. You guys can go over them if you want. Over to World War III news. Check it out. Iran lawmakers prepare to close the Strait of Hormuz. I'd like to see you try it, Iran. Washington Road to Iran goes through Syria. This is an article from RT. Washington's road to Iran goes through Syria. While RT is considered by some to be mainstream propaganda, I know that. I will say, though, that I prefer RT over CNN or Fox or MSNBC. I mean, RT was at Bilderberg. That says a lot to me. You know what I mean? So let's see here. We got something from Al Arabia News. U.S. moves new forces to Gulf to ward off Iran. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff out there now. We got minesweepers. We got just tons of friggin' equipment. I forget which. There's another strike group headed over. Let's see here. U.S. sends ships, planes to Persian Gulf as tension mounts. Another article is from MSNBC and the New York Times. Sad story here. I believe it to be World War III related just because it's that part of the world. 9-year-old child and kicked by an Israeli soldier. Disturbing article. Sure to piss you off. Got something here from Debka File. U.S. military strength beefed up in the Strait of Hormuz as nuclear talks with Iran fade. Tell us something we don't know. Clinton says, now check this out. Clinton says Russia and China will pay price for supporting Assad. Clinton, the walking freaking ghost. Doesn't she look like a skeleton? Man, I'll put a link to that. Yeah, Clinton, whatever. You just keep talking your little yin-yang. Here we got something from the Washington Free Beacon. Putin's July 4th message. Russian nuclear-capable bombers inspected near West Coast U.S. Air Force Defense Zone. Blah, blah. I don't know what this is talking about. Something about Russia and the U.S. We've probably heard it all before. It's all kind of running together now, isn't it? Got another article here from Al Arabian News. Clinton warns Syria violence must end to avoid catastrophic assault. Catastrophic assault, huh? Man, war drums just continue to beat. Let's see, what was that? World War III news. We're going to go over to Earth changes in 2012 news. Let's see here. Got another GLP thread. Again, if you're banned from GLP, I apologize if you can't pull this up. Highway in Wisconsin damaged by heat launches car into the air. I tried to find, this might be on YouTube. You might be able to find it on YouTube, but it's on GLP video. You can pull it up and just click on it and watch a car leap into the air because of damaged pavement by the heat. Crazy video, man. You gotta check it out if you can. Let's see. I'm lagging here. Give me a second. Okay. Now we have more bankers disappearing. I put this in the 2012 file just because it's my belief, just my own speculation as a conspiracy theorist, that these banksters are headed down to the dumb, and we're slowly seeing people being pulled out of circulation. I don't know who this guy is. Some Bob Diamond of some big bank somewhere resigns amid labor scandal. So maybe related to 2012, might not be. I don't know. French police search Nicolas Sarkozy home and office. Where is he now? Is he gone now? I don't even know. I put that in the 2012 bin. It might not have anything to do with 2012. I don't know. I just got that vibe from it when I pulled it up. Here's some 2012 news, though. Astronomers discover impossible binary systems. Yeah, there's this big article here about all these, let's see, half our stars in the Milky Way galaxy, unlike our sun, part of a binary system in which two stars orbit each other. They're calling this an impossible binary system. Pretty interesting stuff. Let's see here. We got some fish kills in 2012. Algae outbreak blamed for dead fish in Salt River. I'll put a link to this. Of course, that's what's blamed, but is it that? I don't know. Thousands of dead fish wash ashore in Butts County. I believe this is something different. Yeah, more dead fish. Let's see here. Check this out. Hidden portals in Earth's magnetic field. There's a video on this thing. We watched it on Blog TV, I believe. Pretty interesting video talking about how there's hidden portals in Earth's magnetic field. It really make you think, man. Pretty cool to check out. Strange and bizarre news. We got a bunch of it this week. Come on over here. There we go. Let's see. This is all just going to be strange and bizarre news now. Jordanian MP pulls gun on his critic during live TV debate. You got to check that out, man. I think I don't know if there's a video there, but yeah, there's two guys are debating each other. One guy pulls out a gun. That's how they do things overseas. I just thought that was wild. This is very sad. Again, another GLP thread. Drunken man electrocuted to death on NYC subway. Video is graphic. Do not watch if you don't want to see it. I would highly advise not watching this with your kids around, because it literally is a man being cooked by the power system on the New York subway tracks. In my opinion, as an electrician, for them to put that high voltage line so close to the grounding line or to the track where someone could just lay across it, that is the stupidest design I've ever seen. So I'll put a link to that, man. Be warned, it is graphic. Ex-FBI employee claims she saw angels at Flight 93. I'm not getting into that because, in my opinion, no plane went down there. Of course, that's just my opinion. Weird science. Kitty litter increases risk of suicide? ? Weird article here about kitty litter and suicide. From the Mail Online, we got hit and run driver tells police she didn't stop because she was worried her ice cream would melt. Of course. I'll put a link to that. Oh, man. You guys got to check this out now. There are wild things going... There are wild things... I can't even say this right. There are wild things without clothes on. Arizona police warn of naked crime wave after 4 men go on rampage in 2 weeks. This is more like zombie-like stuff going on. Got to check that out. And to go along with that, I'm going to put a video below that. If you want to see a demonstration of an acceptable or justifiable tasering by the police. You got to pull up the video and check it out. This is a completely justified. This guy's lucky. If he would have pulled this in other cities in the United States, he would have been shot in the head. So I completely agree with the call to tase this gentleman as he was acting crazy and attacking police officers and running around naked and all kinds of... Hey, you want to see justifiable taser? Pull that video up. Had I been that cop, I might have shot the guy because he was acting all kinds of insane. Let's see. Scientists accused of playing God after creating artificial life by making designer microbe from scratch. But could it wipe out humanity? Crazy article here. People playing with DNA. And to go along with that, the Higgs particle, or otherwise known as the God particle, a lot of you guys know CERN put out some results. I don't know that they say that they found it. I didn't hear them say that they found it, but they had some good leads on it. I don't know exactly what they're... I haven't seen anything that said that they found the God particle, but they're pretty excited about something over there. So I got one link on that. I got two links on that. This other one to come up. God particle. Physicists celebrate Higgs boson triumph. I might do a separate video on how I feel about CERN and about how these people are trying to play God, and they might quite possibly might blow up the frickin' planet with what they're doing over there. Watch the ending of not quite the ending, but watch the movie Angels and Demons. Kind of explain to you what they're playing with over there. So that's it for news. Let's see. I got a couple shout outs. Pull this over here. Come on over. Those of you who know Sheepdog1 here on YouTube, he has started a new YouTube channel. It's called Sheepdog Reports. I'll put a link to the channel. I believe his old channel's staying up, but he's going to start doing videos on the new channel. Again, anybody who knows Sheepdog1, if you don't know him, I highly recommend him. Great guy. Great videos. Always good stuff. Second shout out to Photo Helix. He mentioned me in one of his latest videos, so I'm going to mention him right back. I'll put a link to his video. Is this guy nuts? Good stuff, Photo Helix. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, and thank you for all your work. That's about all I got this week. We're running 18 minutes. Man, it just gets crazier all the time. There's probably 10 more stories that came out that I will cover in next week's report while I've been shooting this video. If you like the report, please give it a thumbs up. If you're watching it on YouTube, the thumbs up should be below. If you're watching it embedded somewhere, it should be above. I would appreciate it. Or give it a thumbs down if you think it sucked. Just please give it something. It takes me hours to put these videos together. Please rate it. That's all I ask. I really appreciate it. And I'll put my links below. If you don't have a YouTube account, you're watching me somewhere else, you can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I always post my new uploads there. Let's see, check out US Scancast Nationwide, US Scanners. That's my site. I'll put that below as well. And, you know, one day at a time, man. Just gets crazier every day. I want to thank all the vloggers. I want to thank everybody who puts out news and content. Just too many people to name. Great YouTubers out there. Thank you to everybody. Man, here we go in heading into the second part of 2012, and it's looking crazy, isn't it? That's all I got for now. You guys take care, stay safe. I love you, and I will talk at you later. Take care.